a second round.
Thank you, Senator. Let's talk about mental health for just a little bit. I was pleased in the budget you've shown asked for a substantial increase in the certified community behavioral health centers, allowing them to continue to treat mental health like all other health, and also making the current demonstration program permanent and allowing all the states and territories to participate. So I'm pleased to see that. I look forward to seeing how far we could go to create a reality of that request. One thing I did want to talk to you about with the mental health agency, SAMHSA, the budget was released on March 29th. 3 weeks later, we got the first of two notices of a fairly substantial reorganization, three reorganizations. One established a new Office of Recovery within the Office of the Assistant Secretary. Another created an Office of 988, which is the suicide helpline number, behavioral health crisis coordination. A third established a new program of prevention initiative. I have several concerns here. One is there's nothing in the budget that reflects these agencies being there, or so far no direction as to where money should come from to fund them. Two, I think some of the prevention efforts have become more harm reduction efforts than I think the Congress would have intended for, or certainly that I would intend for. Three, there are even press reports that the administration's thinking about safe injection sites under the guise of prevention, even though I believe those sites are against the law. Now, we did have an update just yesterday, the first update of our staff of what that Office of Prevention might do. And we asked about some of these controversial things. I think we're not at all sure yet that there's enough information out there to not be concerned about this or not stay fully engaged. One, why would we get that kind of reorganization 3 weeks, and only 3 weeks after the budget was submitted? And two, how do you expect us to incorporate this into the budget that you've already asked for?
Senator, thanks for the chance to respond. And as I mentioned to you previously in a conversation, we would reach out to your team. We have reached out to your team. Let me tell you what my team is explaining to me. First, the reorganization does not impact the budget. We're going to work with the monies that we have. We don't need new authorities, because what we're simply doing is reflecting the president's priority on behavioral health to really tackle this, and also to focus on trying to have a new strategy on drug use. And so what these offices are doing is essentially consolidating what exists in our agencies to really focus in more directly on these very important subjects. And so what we can do is we'll follow up again with your team to give you details. As I said, it doesn't impact the budget, and what we can do is explain how the reorganization helps us achieve the president's desire to really tackle mental health and drug use as directly as we can. We established, for example, a coordinating council among all of HHS's agencies so that we wouldn't wait to learn what each other is doing. SAMHSA and the Office of Public Health are coordinating that, so we're working immediately to deal with mental health. And so we're going to do more of that so we can make the best use of our money, but we'll follow up.
Well, we need you to do that, and it will impact the budget to the extent that we need to know where that funding comes from and what new lines need to be created for that reorganization if there need to be new items, and we look forward to continuing to work with you on that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Senator Baldwin.
Thank you. So I'm